we'll start today's lesson by covering some trigonometry that we'll need. So we have this important trig identity, sine squared plus cosine squared is 1. We can make new identities by messing around with this one. So if we divide throughout the equation by cosine squared, so divide by cosine squared, divide by cosine squared, divide by cosine squared, we get a new trig identity. So sine squared over cosine squared is tangent squared. Cosine squared divided by cosine squared is 1. 1 divided by cosine squared gives us secant squared. So this gives us a new trig identity. Tangent squared plus 1 equals secant squared. Now, if we subtract 1 from both sides of this trig identity, we'll have yet another trig identity. Tangent squared equals secant squared minus 1. That will be helpful. And then if we take our original trig identity up here and we subtract sine squared from both sides, we'll end up with this trig identity. Cosine squared equals 1 minus sine squared. These three trig identities here will be our guiding force today. So, all right, we are going to use these trig identities to help us simplify some integrals. All right. So let's look at this example. I want to find the antiderivative, or an antiderivative of x cubed over root 1 minus x squared.